Of May 26th. Investigators say the man walked around for a while and then exposed himself to a woman as she walked into the building. Police are now on the lookout for the Kent State flasher. Students on campus hope they find him before he shows himself again.
I have no idea what his intentions are. It's kind of creepy. It kind of turns my stomach a little, I guess.
Investigators say the man appears to be 20 to 30 years old, about 6 feet tall with a heavy build. On the day he exposed himself, he was wearing a dark orange long-sleeve T-shirt with a white emblem on it, tan pants, and a dark do-rag. Students we talked to maintain the incident does not change the way they feel about the Kent State campus, but say they will feel better if the flasher is caught.
I don't feel fear for my safety or anything, but it's just not pleasure. It's not like palatable to know that's happening, I guess. I'm always looking over my shoulder.
Investigators are not sure if the man is a student or just wandered off the street into Rockwell Hall. Anyone who could help identify him is now asked to call Kent State Police. Jack Shea, Fox 8 News in Kent.
Alrighty, thank you, Jack. Here, the NBA's MVP is back home tonight with his family after undergoing 5 hours of surgery to remove a benign growth, on his jaw. Fox 8's Kevin Freeman has more on LeBron's condition. Kevin?
Many Cavs fans were worried when they first learned that basketball superstar LeBron James underwent surgery Tuesday at the Cleveland Clinic.
Well, I think he's strong, and I think we have great medical care here in Cleveland, so he'll do what he needs to do, and he'll be ready for next year.
I was very concerned about him, and I was glad, like he said, that was in jaw area, which it wouldn't hurt his performance.
LeBron went under the knife for 5 hours to remove a benign growth near his right jaw.
I hadn't noticed anything concerning him insofar as his jaw area or anything like that.
It's a growth in what's called the parotid gland. The clinic would not talk about his surgery, so we had Dr. Diana Ponsky from University Hospital's Richmond Medical Center explain it.
It usually manifests as a small lump, and it's within the gland. It can arise sporadically. It usually does not go away by itself, and so requires surgery to remove it.
Dr. Ponsky says recovery from this type of surgery does not take long, but it's not necessarily a simple procedure.
The danger is in the paralysis of a side of the face, because the nerve that controls your face runs in there, and that's probably why the surgery took 5 hours.
Cavs owner Dan Gilbert addressed LeBron's condition when talking to reporters.
Although it was a significant and somewhat kind of serious procedure, wasn't a life-threatening one, and it was one that he could put off with the doctor's permission till the end of the season, and it was on his mind and everything, but clearly it didn't affect his play too much, as you all saw.
Kevin Freeman, Fox 8 News, Cleveland.
Thank you, Kevin. The Cavs say everything with LeBron's recent procedure continues to progress well. Doctors are confident he won't need any more treatment.
The H1N1 virus strikes Northeast Ohio again. Fox 8 News anchor Lou Maglio is live. He's in Shaker Heights. And Lou, we are talking about students here, right?
We are, Stacey. We're talking about 1 confirmed case and 3 suspected cases, all students here at Shaker Heights Middle School. Now, here's the situation as best we can tell it to you tonight. The confirmed student did not fall into any of the typical risk categories, and as far as anybody knows, was not exposed to anyone with the H1N1, commonly called swine flu. Student is recovering now tonight at home. The district, in the meantime, is notifying all parents in the school system not to send their children to school if they have symptoms of the flu.
Child with flu symptoms, fever, accompanied by a cough or a sore throat, needs to be seen by a doctor quickly to rule out this particular infection.
As we watch them very carefully, and if there's anything wrong, they will let us know, and we're always watching her too to make sure she's okay. So far everybody's doing fine, and they're doing a good job here at the middle school, Shaker Middle School.
And the school, of course, is following all the health department recommendations here. Stacey, the schools will stay open, but all students here will be very closely monitored.
Sounds like the district and the parents are staying on top of this to make sure it doesn't get out of control.
They definitely have it covered, Stacey.
Okay, thank you, Lou.
All right.
Well, some good news here for workers at Twinsburg's Chrysler stamping plant. The Secretary of Labor announced he'll get even more financial aid from the government. In fact, an additional $1.7 million will go to laid-off workers in Twinsburg to help them look for another job. They'll be able to use that money, in fact, to go to college or retrain in other careers. Monique Holland has already started to take advantage of this program.
I
think it's a great program because a lot of people, all they did was depend on Chrysler, and now that you have other opportunities and other job skills that you can pick up, and it really makes it a lot better for you.
The Twinsburg Chrysler stamping plant is idle until June 22nd, then is scheduled to close permanently next year.
A mother of 5 is murdered in her own bed. Tonight, police are still looking for her killer. Fox 8's Danielle Frizzi has more on the investigation.
Crime is not common in Wayne County's Amish country. Murder is unheard of. But Tuesday, 30-year-old Barbara Weaver, a mother of 5, was found shot to death in her bed in her Maysville home. One of her children found her, then ran to a neighbor for help.
911, do you have an emergency?
Yes, we do.
At what address?
Person not responding.
Okay, do you know if the person's breathing?
No.
Okay, you don't know or they're not breathing?
I don't think she's breathing.
The Wayne County coroner says Weaver died of a gunshot wound to the chest. Investigators are waiting on autopsy results to indicate when the woman died. Weaver's husband, who owns a hunting and fishing shop, told police his wife was alive when he left at 3:30 Tuesday morning for a group fishing trip to Lake Erie. They say motive at this point is a mystery.
My feeling is it's very sad, but I mean this is something that I cannot grasp, you know, because I don't know if she had enemies.
As they prepare for a funeral, this tight-knit Amish community is searching for answers. They're praying for the Weaver family, especially for the 5 young children she leaves behind.
What would you think if children found your wife, if your kids found your wife or something like that? That would be horrible, wouldn't it? That'd leave a mark forever.
Well, deputies aren't saying much about this. In fact, they won't even say what type of weapon was used. They will say that no one heard a gunshot that morning.
Well, the man charged with an attack in Brecksville is being held tonight on $1 million bond. That attack left 1 person dead, 3 others hurt. Gary Gibson was arraigned today on charges of aggravated murder and burglary. Police say he killed 43-year-old Tracy Stevens and stabbed 2 others during an argument at Stevens' Brecksville apartment. Now, Gibson may have been upset over a breakup with Stevens' daughter. One of the victims, Morris Sturgis, was released from a hospital. His mother says Sturgis was attacked after trying to stop Gibson, who barged into the apartment uninvited.
My thought is that Tracy, the one that was killed, was protecting his daughter, Ebony.
Investigators have said more charges are possible.
Convicted killer Daniel Wilson has been put to death. Wilson was convicted of locking Carol Lutz of Amherst inside the trunk of her car and then setting it on fire. The 39-year-old apologized to his family and the victim's family before receiving the lethal injection. The Lutz family said they waited over 18 years for this day to come. Wilson is the first inmate executed in Ohio this year. Another local family is mourning the death of their son. He died in Iraq. The Army tells us that Marco Sampson died from non-combat injuries on May 31st. The 30-year-old was stationed in Tikrit. Sampson's parents live in Eastlake. Marco attended the Ohio State University. The Army has not released any more details about his death.
St. Joseph Elementary School in Collinwood is closed for good.
I think somebody needs to hear us and somebody needs to make some type of adjustment for us because, you know, that's just unheard of. Who raises that kind of money to keep a school open and then just still get shut down?
You can tell some parents are fired up here. They say the school principal, Sandra Dixon, raised enough money to keep the school open, but Bishop Lennon still shut it down. At this parents' meeting, she explains the bishop's reasoning.
They are really concerned about the livelihood of the parish, and we seem to be a financial burden, you know, to the parish.
St. Joseph Elementary has been in the community for nearly 130 years. It has more than 230 students.
A loss to that community, but they are doing that all over the city. So.
Well, neighbors wanted it gone, and now it is.
A topless coffee shop catches fire. Why the timing has investigators convinced this was no accident.
You might think you'd be safe in police custody. How a woman ended up dying in the back of a squad car.
She says she wants Farrah to live so she doesn't steal her thunder. A Star's really bad comments about the Angels' cancer battle.
He battled the stripper, and the stripper won. The man claims to be permanently disabled by a dancer's moves.
Meet Lisa, Tara, Jody, and Emily. They love Target because they can always get a bargain on their basics. But that's just the beginning of their high expectations. Tara expects her towels to take it. Lisa expects her handbag to handle it. Emily expects her tighty-whities to see tomorrow. And they don't mind getting checked out as long as it's quick. So they shop Target because it saves them money while living up to their high expectations. Target. Expect more, pay less.